Hey Sequels friends, it's Heather, it's Friday, and you know what that means? It's time for another video. So this week's video is all about January sales, and rather than show you all 55 pieces that have sold as I've done in the past, I thought it would be fun to do the best of and the worst of. So if you're interested in seeing what sold for the month of January for a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, then stay tuned. Hi folks, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Heather. I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and I use this YouTube channel to document that process. So if you're interested in how to resell clothing online, any of those platforms, how to sell on them, any of that good stuff, then please do go ahead and hit subscribe. And if you like this video when you get to the end, by all means, please do give me a thumbs up. So, as I said in the intro, this week's video is all about what sold in January. In the past, I have just gone through and showed you pictures and listed all the items that sold. And as I'm starting to sell a little bit more, I thought that rather than put you through that entire process, we'll just show you the best of and the worst of. As per usual, I will pop up a little picture right here. I will tell you what it sold for and what I netted after fees. And as per usual, let me go ahead and give you the grand totals. I did end up selling this month of January a net of $713.17. Let me tell you the items that I think did the best. Most of these were about, I had a return of at least about $20. There is one that is under $20, but given the item it was, I was still kind of shocked by it, so I threw it in the mix. So let's start with that one. That is this vintage UNC Tar Heels beanie. So this is one of those items that I got in the big old bag, 9 bags full of stuff that my great aunt gave me. And I do not know much about any sort of sports. I do not know the sports, as you say, when you don't know anything about sports. But I did figure from watching some other people's videos that sports means things to people. So I listed this at, I believe, 20 bucks. It sold for $22 and I ended up netting after fees and shipping $19.34. This is a Loft Plus chambray dress. Again, this was gifted to me by a friend, so there were no cost of goods. I ended up selling it for 20 bucks and that was less fees, so I netted 20 bucks. This great Karen Kane chambray dress in it. Again, this was a gifty item and it sold for, and I netted, $35. That was in a big old bundle, so I went ahead and took the shipping costs out of it when I listed on my spreadsheet. Next up is this Regent Park chocolate suede jacket. Again, that was in the big old bundle of stuff my great aunt gave me. I sold it for $30 and ended up netting $24. And another jacket, this was an awesome find. I love this jacket to death. If you watch any of my haul videos, which I will link below, I do have a playlist full of them. So if you're into that, by all means, you are welcome to go and check them out. I found this jacket in the bins and I absolutely fell in love with it. It was a little extra small, railroad stripe, kind of like a chore jacket. I ended up selling it for $44.99 and netted $36.55 after shipping, and that was a bins find, so after bins pricing. Next up are these Big Star Live skinny jeans. I sold them for $25 and ended up netting $18.51 after shipping. I've heard a lot of good things about this brand. I found them in the bins, so I gave them a try. Worthington red patent leather heels. These came from my ThredUp box. Again, I'll have those haul videos linked below so you can see what all I got in that awesome box. I ended up selling these for $33.99. I believe I took an offer from a buyer and I ended up netting $21.07. Vince Camuto Blue Zip Booties. I bought these at Goodwill at regular price. I have had them since the beginning of fall, I believe. I took an offer of $34.99 and ended up making $22.08 after eBay. I believe that was eBay shipping and full Goodwill shoe prices, which is just about $5. This Ann Taylor green sweater ended up selling for $30.99, and I netted $22.21. If you've watched some of my other videos, you may have seen that this one sold before. It sold, it came back. The person said it wasn't true to size. I said, well, that's why I list the measurements on there. But I'm Mrs. Nice Gal. So I went ahead and took the return, and lo and behold, it just turns around and resells anyways. So that's another great reminder to just suck it up, buttercup, offer that awesome customer service, accept the return, because 9 times out of 10 for me, it ends up turning right around and selling, and sometimes it even turns around right around and sells for a greater price. So I just joke that that's not whose hands it was supposed to be in. Let's see here. This was a shock to me. Again, from my big old bag of goodies from my aunt. It is a Jones, New York signature women's plus size red, white, and blue paisley top, and ended up selling for $25.97, and after shipping I netted $22.69. So again, no cost of goods in that, not too frickin' shabby. And then the last one that was in the best of for January is this Tesori silk blouse. Found this in the bins. It did have a little bit of pull, not like a thread pull, but like somebody had worn it who maybe had outgrown it and they stretched it out under the armpits a little bit. So I was a little concerned when I got home and figured that out, and then I thought, hey, this is 100% silk. This retails for a decent amount. Let me throw it out there at a little bit lower price and see if anybody bites. And sure enough, $24.99 it sold for, and I ended up netting $20.30. So that was about a dozen of the best of the best of. Mad Max is barking it up, so if you hear him, that's what's going on. So let's get to the worst of womp, womp, womp. So again, when you do freebies and you put on things that were given to you for free and you're taking a chance because you know nothing about the brand, or you go to the bins and the pricing is so good, you got to give it a try, you're gonna get some dogs, as they say. Which I don't know why they say that, because I'd love to have some dogs. That's awesome, but that's what they say. Anywho, here is one. It is an Old Navy crew neck black, kind of like a rayon poly mix dress. It actually came from my personal closet. It was something that I thrifted however long ago. It does not fit me anymore. Threw it up on Poshmark just to get rid of it. Sold it for $11.99. That freaking dress weighed way more than I ever anticipated, and I ended up netting only $3.87 after shipping. That was also something that I ended up shipping for less. I've noticed with some of the softer clothing that when I put it on my scale, it puddles over. I don't know a better way to say it, and I don't actually get an accurate scale reading. So I think what I need to start doing is, even if I'm going to ship it in a mailer, then I still need to maybe weigh it in a box and then deduct that box weight from it so I have more of a realistic reading, because I thought I made $6.87 on this, which still is not anything to be excited about, but again, at this point it's all free money since it came from my closet. And then I got my little note from eBay saying, you owe us we took $3 more because your shipping wasn't accurate. And I know it's because it puddled over, because that was such a drapey dress. So something to be cognizant of, or if you don't want to, just learn along the way like I do. Another stanker, again, came in a bag of stuff gifted to me from a friend of a friend. It is an Alfred Dunner teal blazer. I kind of thought, should I put this up? Shouldn't I put this up? I have sold some Alfred Dunner. I know that brand isn't really anything special, but I thought, hey, if I could get 10 bucks out of it, it's worth my few minutes of time to put it up. It doesn't take me any time to snap pictures and make a listing. Well, I don't know that this one was worth it because it sold for $10. I took an offer because I wasn't sure if I was going to get rid of it, and I ended up making just $5.25 at the end of the game. So again, if I saw that one at the bins, I wouldn't pick it up. If somebody else gave it to me in a big old bundle, I would most likely just pass that along to Goodwill. In which case it'll probably end up in the bins and I won't pick it up. The Circle of Life. Let's see here. These Anne Klein heels, they came in a in my ThredUp box that I mentioned earlier. These I ended up taking an offer on eBay for 20 bucks, and I ended up netting only $7.08 after the shipping fees and after, I believe, everything in that box was worth $4.80 cost of goods. So again, it came in my ThredUp box. Anything that came in there, I'm going to throw online and see if it'll move. I want to at least get my $4.80 out of it. Not really sure that those were worth the time. If I saw those, I certainly wouldn't pick them up. BCBG Generation Halara platform heels. I love these shoes. I found these at Goodwill. I did pay Goodwill's regular price, which like I said is about $5 for a pair of shoes. I bought these in early fall, and they have been sitting here, and pretty much everything else that I bought with them has already sold. So when somebody on Mercari made me a lowball offer, I said, what the fuck, I might as well just take it and get these out of here as long as I could get my $5 back. I haven't lost anything. Took an offer, actually went back and forth, and then the person said, I can't do them for more than 14. I said, just take them for 14. I ended up making only $7.80 after cost of goods and shipping. At least got back those cost of goods. Would not pick them up ever again, but god dang, they're so cute. This Liz Claiborne blouse, again, was gifted to me by a friend. I took a lowball offer of $9 on it to get it moving. I have a couple other Liz Claiborne pieces that I picked up at the bins. Will not pick up any more Liz Claiborne. It's not worth it. It's probably because you can buy it at regular retail on clearance for lower price. So I ended up making $4.25. Again, didn't cost me anything except for my time, but not sure my time of photographing and putting online was worth $4.25. If I get free stuff, I'm gonna make at least $10 to $15. This one was very interesting to me. It is a Torrid blouse. I've heard nothing but awesome things about how well Torrid does. I don't personally 100% understand it. I've bought some things at Torrid. I don't 100% like their quality, but I do get when you're Plus, you have limited options, and they do have fashionable options, so that's nice. I have picked up a couple things. I have sold a couple of things of Torrid, not for huge amounts, but you know, it $10 to $15 usually. This top sat forever. I got it at the bin, so I didn't pay much for it. Somebody gave me a lowball offer of $9. I said, please take it away from me. I don't want to look at it anymore. And I ended up netting $2.96. So not worth my time. I don't know if it's Torrid. I don't know if it was a Torrid pink label, which I think is quite a few seasons back. It may be even vintage. I don't know if people are looking for more of what the current season is. I also thought maybe because it was an open front, it wasn't a true blouse that buttons up. It was a blouse that you have to wear over something, that maybe that wasn't, people weren't that into it. I'm not really sure. But what I do know is I'm not picking up any Torrid unless I find it in the bins, and I think the style is like, oh, it's calling to me, I must have it. Then I'll give it a go again. Otherwise, I'll get it. This Hippie Rose tank, cute little adjustable strap tank, found it in the bins, ended up taking an offer at $10, made $5.56. Again, I wouldn't pick it up again, even in the bins, for that kind of money. Not worth the time, in my opinion. And then these two are Heather starting out horrible, shitty buys. We all have them. It's called learning. You can't beat yourself up about it. I have had both of these shirts. I bought them at full price at Goodwill. The first one is this Banana Republic V-neck gray tee. I love this. This is so something that I would wear, except for it was a small, so it is not something that would fit over half of one of my boobs. But I love the V-neck design and the tie. I thought for sure that this would do well. It's Banana Republic, which again doesn't net you a shit ton of money, but it usually has a return. Took an offer for $12.99, made $5.12. Not worth it. Again, I bought it at Goodwill, so it probably cost me $4 cost of goods. If I found it in the bins, I still don't think I would pick it up because it'd be under $10 net, and what's the point? And this is along those same lines, bought it on the same trip. It is Banana Republic Chambray blouse. No, a blouse. Max says hi. Again, I thought it's a very cute style with the pin tucking. Ended up taking an $11.99 offer because I've had it for about 6 months now and made $4.69. So not worth it. Not sure if Banana's worth my time. I do believe I know I have some other things in my shop. I'm really gonna have to go back and look to see what or if I've sold any of it because it doesn't seem like it's worth my time. So let's do a quick, I like my deep dive analysis into what's sold by category. That helps me get a better idea of when I go back to the bins, what things I should pick up when I'm thrifting. So as I said, I made 716 total dollar sales. In reality, I made $995.79. And then after shipping, netted all that, it comes to $716 after cost of goods and shipping. It was 55 total items. And I'll put my handy dandy little chart up here so you can see it. I've highlighted in sequels pink, bitches, the best selling categories and what brought in the most money for me in January was actually tops. So that's good to know. But it also, if you notice, my percent to total sales, that was 25% to the total sales. It made me $181.06, but it is 33% to the units, which means tops are moving, tops are selling very well, but I am going to have to sell more of them to get the return on my investment. And that makes sense with OGC because they don't always sell for huge amounts. Usually shoes, jeans, and jackets, or shoes, jeans, and sweaters sell for higher dollar amounts, which means you can turn less of those items. Here on the tops, you're going to be turning and burning, but you're still making money. So good to know. The next best category was shoes, made up 17% of my total dollar sales, 18% total unit sales, flat and flat. Not too shabby, can't complain of that. Brought in $121.20, sold 10 pairs. So again, still moving those things from that ThredUp box, and shoes are still rocking for me. You watch anybody else's videos, shoes rock for everybody, and they're freaking easy as hell to take pictures of, so get yourself some shoes. Next up were dresses I made $113.13, 16% of my total sales, 13% of my total units. Again, that shows me I'm bringing in more dollars than moving units. It's a slower turning item. I like that. That means I make the money and I don't have to do as much work. And then last up is a new category for me. It's jackets. Like I said, I found a couple of my bins. My aunt gave me that big old bag full of a bunch of them, and I ended up making $100 in jacket sales. 14% of the sales, 9% to the units. Again, slower turn, but higher return on investment. Loving that. So the last thing I want to let you know, as I do every month, is my sales by category. And this was quite interesting to me. As it has been, eBay is rocking and rolling. It is my frickin' platform. I love it. You don't have to share shit. You don't have to socialize, and they just come and buy it. I frickin' love it. You put stuff on, they come and get it. I send out offers to likers. I do offers to watchers, I think maybe you call it over there. I do that usually every few days. I love eBay. It's rocking and rolling. It made up 69%. It is increasing in percentage every single month, and I am not putting forth hardly any effort into doing it besides, like I said, listing items and sending offers. Mercari, it is up from last month. It made up 8% of the total sales. It only made up 4% last month. The dollar amount is a jack squat. It's 70 total bucks. I keep saying this in all my videos. I do not understand Mercari. All I get is lowball offers. I see high dollar goods selling on there. It is not moving for me. I'm really going to need to make a decision in the upcoming months if it is worth my time to even cross post on Mercari. And last up is Poshmark. It made up 23% of my total business. That is down 7% from the month of December. I am listing every day. I have been doing some strategies, which I'm going to tell you in an upcoming video, about following followers, listing every day, and I'm starting a new strategy to where I'm making bundles for likers, and I'm going to try to do some extra sharing. I usually only share 1 to 2 times a day because, again, you don't have to do shit on eBay and it moves, and there's all this sharing and socializing and bundling and doing all this stuff on Poshmark. It's just so much more work, and I'm not seeing the return on it. So like I said, I am going to do some videos to where I kind of test some of these things. I know a lot of people are out there doing that. I'd really like to see if it works for me. The testing I've done so far has yielded no particularly exciting results. The only thing I see is listing items. Again, not anything that I'm going to stop doing at this point. It still gave me $164 netted per month, so it's still a nice return, but I gotta figure something out there. Otherwise, I'm gonna turn into just an eBay gal because I freaking love it. It's moving, it's less work. So that's my story for January. If you found the information in this video helpful, then please, by all means, do give me a thumbs up. If you like reselling content, do go ahead and subscribe. And like I said, if you are interested in seeing some stuff, I am pretty freaking transparent. I am not hiding anything. I am happy to tell you exact dollars I made. I am happy to tell you when I fuck up. I am happy to be completely transparent. So if there are some things that you really want to know, does this work? Heather, make a video and let me know. I will be more than happy to do that. I would like to do a few more thrifting with me videos, and I do have some thrifty flip videos that I have planned in the future. So if any of those do sound like good ideas to you and something you're super interested in seeing, go ahead and comment below, and that will motivate me to get that shit on the top of my to-do list. So until next week, guys, thank you so much for coming by, checking me out, saying hi, and until next week, bye friends.